Hey there, it's Christina, and it is Mother's Day weekend, and I am thinking about my mom tonight, and I miss her. She passed away October 3rd, 2011, and I have some of her stuff out here. My mom loved angels. She collected angel figurines, and she probably had about 100 of them. And I just have a few of them right here. This one has like a ribbon, and she's holding a dove. And then this blue one, is one that I bought my mom one Mother's Day or Christmas, I can't remember. She's holding a little infant, and she has a heart necklace on, and her wings look like a heart, and there's like pretty Easter lily flowers, I think, and it's etched in gold. There's a lot of detail. I thought it was so beautiful, and then when my mom passed away, she said she wanted me to take it back. And then this one is self-explanatory. It's a golden retriever. And then this right here was something that came with a necklace that my mom got me. And then this is a seashell Christmas ornament. It's like an angel, and it's got sparkles. Can you see? I love the beach, and I love seashells. When I'm at the beach, you can find me looking for seashells, and I love seashell art and the glitter that you put over the shells and the different things that you can make. So that's like shaped as an angel. And then I'm reading this book, Motherless Daughters by Hope Edelman, and that's really helping because the daughters, women in this book, it's nice to hear other people's perspectives on the loss that they feel, not having their mother in their life. And I guess if I were to summarize it, it makes me feel so alone in this world not to have my mom, because it seems like nobody's ever going to love you as much as your mom does. I mean, she carried you for 9 months and gave birth to you. It's like a bond that you just can't share with anybody else. I mean, it's just not possible. Physically, emotionally, it's just a different kind of love. And I miss her tonight, and I'm thinking about her, and I hope she's in heaven. I hope she's at peace. She was very sick. She had a heart attack. She had colon cancer. She had diabetes. She had high cholesterol. She had stage 4 pancreatic cancer. And it was heartbreaking to see her so sick and decline in hospice. And I was at her bedside and watching the life leave her body. It's just beyond what words can explain. I can't even explain how I feel. But I'm just reflecting back on our life together, and to be honest, I lost my mom twice. I lost my mom when I was 17 years old to her mental illness. She had a meltdown, and things kind of came to a head. She was verbally abusive, and she was physically abusive to me. I always tried to hide that. I didn't want anybody to know what was going on behind closed doors. But some stuff that happened resulted in her giving me a black eye, and then people at school knew. And this was when we were living in Lincolnia off of Little River Turnpike in Alexandria, Virginia. And at the time, we lived in a one-bedroom apartment because that's all my mom could afford, but she wanted me with her. So my mom had her bedroom because obviously she needed to have good sleep, and because she was working and commuting to DC and everything. She worked for the Treasury Department for about 2 years. I'm sorry, 2 years, 20 years. And well, anyway, she had her bedroom, and I had a sofa bed. Like, she had a bed, and I had a sofa bed in the living room, and it wasn't all that comfortable. And then my mom had her closet in the master bedroom, the only bedroom, and all of my clothes and shoes were in the coat closet in the hallway. So that probably gives you an idea of how little we had. And I didn't have any privacy, and I was I was teenager. So if there was any thing, the best way I know how to describe this is through a song that reminds me of this period of my life so vividly that I swear it was written for me. And that song is Luca by Suzanne Vega. Luca by Suzanne Vega completely described what was going on behind closed doors until things got so bad that it was recognizable to other people. And then I ended up in foster care, emergency foster care. I was actually at Alternative House here in Tyson's Corner on Gallows Road. I was there for a while, after the police came to the house, and I was in foster care. And there were some really nice families, I have to say, very loving, generous, kind people that take children in and teens in, and they're just really great people. I want to do that someday too. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is I lost my mom twice. I lost her back then because we tried to have counseling, but it didn't really work. It was too draining for me, and she's a very toxic person. I couldn't stand the energy being around her. It just created so much anxiety for me, I couldn't focus on anything. And it just really was exhausting, and it was just, we never really got anywhere with that. And even my counselor, I had a social worker and a counselor, and even they agreed that it would just be best to just separate and for me to start a new life. And that's what I did. I don't even know how I did it, looking back, but I started George Mason University, and that was like my start over. I said, I gotta make something of my life. And I got good grades and stuff like that. And I had to stay away because she depleted me so much I couldn't even focus, and I would get so sad that I would just couldn't do anything. So I felt guilty for staying away, but I had to preserve my sanity and build up my life. She was mentally ill. I didn't want to end up the same way by being in proximity to her. So that was a struggle that I always had, to stay away and feel guilty. So there was many, many years in my life I was not with my mom. And then when she got sick, I wanted to be with her because I knew there wasn't much time left. and she never remarried, so she didn't have anybody. And I never had any brothers or sisters, and my father left when I was a baby. So I've always been on my own, always been independent. Never really had any financial help, any emotional support. Until I had a boyfriend in college. He absolutely adored me. He had a really nice family. They were so good to me too. But when my mom got sick, I re-entered her life, and I wanted to try to make things right. We talked a lot, but you can never, make up for all that lost time. It's hard to reconcile, and that's why, when Mother's Day comes around, or any kind of anniversary that reminds me of her, like her birthday, or the anniversary of her death, or my birthday, I can't help but think about the last few days of her life, and how sick she was, and how heartbreaking that was, watching life leave her body, and just knowing that we never had a friendship, and how final and permanent the loss is now, and the regrets. It's hard to articulate, but I lost my mom twice, and I still love her. I don't know how to explain it. I guess it's just a bond. Sometimes I think she was just doing the best she could with what she knew at the time. But, and I've forgiven her. I just know that I've always wanted to be the opposite of her. I don't want to be mean. I don't want to use curse words. I want to have a peaceful home. I have zero tolerance for anything that reminds me of what my life used to be like. There will not be any, negativity, loud voices, obscene words, abuse, anything like that in my home. My home's quiet, peaceful, loving, inviting. It's a place of, peace and generosity and kindness and goodness. And that's, nobody's going to taint that or disrupt that. And my mom loved angels, so she collected angels, and I have a few of them here, and I'm thinking about her tonight. And I miss her, and I wish things could have been different. So if you have a good mom, you are certainly blessed, and tell her that you love her, show her that you love her, get her flowers, get her a massage certificate for a 1-hour massage. Whatever it is, her favorite lotion, whatever it is she likes, just make her feel special. Spend time. Nobody's promised tomorrow. It doesn't matter our age or our health. You just never know. So tell the people that you love them. Treat people with kindness. Work out your differences. And if somebody, has an addiction or a mental illness or something, please get help. Don't go through life suffering like that. Because there's a ripple effect, and you affect people around you. My mom was verbally abusive, and she was physically abusive. And she would do other things too, like she was destructive. She would throw my favorite foods down the drain, down the disposal in the kitchen. She would take scissors to my favorite sweaters. And I had these pair of Jordache jeans back then, the kind with the horse was embroidered on the back pocket. I loved those. My grandfather bought me those. My mom took us scissors to them. I'm like,